Logical positivism, also known as logical empiricism, is a philosophical movement that emerged in the early 20th century. It's based on the idea that the only meaningful statements are those that can be verified through experience, either through empirical evidence or logical deduction. Logical positivists believe that traditional metaphysics and philosophy, which often relied on abstract concepts and unverifiable claims, was meaningless and should be replaced with a scientific approach to knowledge. They argued that all meaningful statements must be verified through empirical observation or logical deduction, and that any statements that cannot be verified in this way are meaningless. To accomplish this, logical positivists sought to develop a system of language that could be used to clearly express and test scientific hypotheses. They believed that the meaning of statements lies in the method of verification, and that this method should be clearly stated in order to determine the truth or falsity of the statement. One of the main proponents of logical positivism was the philosopher Rudolf Carnap, who argued that the meaning of a statement is determined by the method of its verification. He proposed an approach to language called the principle of tolerance, which stated that any statement could be formulated in a scientifically acceptable language must be tolerated, regardless of whether it was true or false. Logical positivism had a significant influence on the development of logical empiricism, a movement of philosophy of science that emphasizes the role of empirical evidence in scientific theories. It also influenced the development of the logical positivist movement in economics, which argued that economic theory should be tested through empirical observation and statistical analysis. Overall, though logical positivism has lost a lot of its favor recently, it was an influential philosophical movement that sought to replace the traditional metaphysics that we're used to with the scientific approach to knowledge. And its emphasis on empirical evidence and logical deduction remains influential to philosophy and science to this day.